Looking out across the world, we model in an image. Complete with our fears and our limits.
G'day, my name is Rhath, aka Rhath. I'm a rapper and producer here in Melbourne, and I also run a music collective called Vibe Union. At the risk of sounding a little too cliche, I always knew both my parents were in a band together. My brother plays the saxophone, and all of my friends, for the most part, we all played music together. In high school, I pretty much just wanted to be Jack White. Me and my best mate, he was on drums and I was on guitar and singing, and we were basically in a White Stripes rip-off band. But Jack White, I think, really taught me like that kind of DIY nature and making those strong stylistic choices to your music. These days, though I've gone through various genres from kind of house music, folk, and other things, these days it's almost strictly hip-hop. And I'm listening primarily to kind of this alternative scene in America. We're talking like JPEG Mafia, Injury Reserve, Danny Brown, those kind of guys. And I think they're really pushing me to try and explore more experimentation in my hip-hop. I live stream every Thursday morning on Twitch. It's all Ableton production, beat making, usually quite hip-hoppy. Sometimes some other things kind of creep in, but mostly pretty hip-hop. It's been a relatively new venture, but it's been amazing at keeping me motivated and keeping me moving forward. Otherwise, I feel like sometimes I might fall off the production kind of bandwagon. I'll get a little bit complacent. Something that I've really enjoyed that I wasn't expecting necessarily from live streaming is making snap decisions. It has taught me, or kind of re-taught me again, to just keep moving when I'm producing, to keep making snap decisions, because that clock is ticking or someone's watching. I find that really liberating rather than just sitting on one tiny little piece of a musical production and kind of stressing over it and losing all that momentum. Earlier this year, I released my first full-length rap project, Orbits. This project was very much born from lockdown. I love making full projects from start to finish and playing it all out. And yeah, obviously lockdown gave me the time to do that. It's entirely self-produced in my bedroom, recording all the vocals in my wardrobe. Yeah. It was an exciting kind of new approach to writing as well. This time I planned out every single song and every single concept and theme and narrative and references and all that kind of stuff in various documents before I wrote a single lyric, which I found really intriguing and gave a sense of purpose and a clear sense of direction, prior to actually putting down any lyrics, which is really cool. Nowadays, I'm trying to move away from that in a sense. I'm trying to be more organic and more spontaneous, but I like having those two different approaches. I also got to sample some local jazz artists, which was awesome. I got to sample Josh Benier and Matt Hoyne. Matt Hoyne being a local jazz guitarist, Josh Benier being a trombone player. That brought a whole new depth and life to my production that gives it this organic feel on a few particular tracks. As I said, I run a collective here in Melbourne called Vibe Union with a bunch of mates, and we try and go full steam ahead coming out of these lockdowns. We try and run gigs as often as possible, from house music to folk to hip-hop, and we try and bring as many new creatives and many new artists as we possibly can together to turn this into something big, something exciting, and something sustainable. So that's definitely my main focus. Beyond that, though, production has taken a huge role again in my life, which is leading to a new album, which I'm really excited about, definitely inspired by new artists that I'm listening to, and also producing for other people and trying to take on a more traditional producer role, so helping people get their songs to the next level through both my production, but also from a songwriting kind of perspective. So that's exciting, and I love doing that so much. So that's another big focus of mine.